Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is a photo out of West Virginia, just recently uploaded. Also have this video here that was recently uploaded, but was from a 1993 sighting. Let's see, this is a UFO sighting from 2015, a MUFON UFO case. This is a video about the Phobos 2, a couple probes that Russia sent up to Mars, and I think both of them were destroyed, but before one of them got destroyed, it actually took a photo which showed a shadow of, what they claim is a UFO ship. Let's see, this is a video about some soldiers talking about aliens. It's a very matter of fact. I definitely can't make any claims as to the validity of this video, but it seems as if this instructor is teaching some, I don't know if they're special forces soldiers or something, but he's just teaching them about the different types of aliens that they are aware of. Let's see. This is a photo I found on Reddit, which, claims to be an alien. I have no idea whether it's real or not. This is an old post in Above Top Secret. This is from 2018 about the Tic Tac encounter on the Nimitz. I believe this was when it was like first publicly released or, leaked before it all started coming out on mainstream media. And then last is another video about some ancient megalithic sites that, really defy explanation, or, what the quackademics would conclude. But anyways, let me go to the this first video here. This is from West Virginia, and definitely looks like one of these Tic Tac UFOs, which of course I believe is one of our neighbors. Let me go to this, or started here. Yeah, this is, it's a minute 23, but that's basically what you're getting. It definitely looks like one of these Tic Tac UFOs that David Fravor encountered. Let's see, let me go to this next video here. Let's see, this is from 1993 Florida. And and this the shape of this UFO also looks very similar to a lot of other shapes that have been videoed or filmed. Damn, look at that. Do you see that disappear? See, that's what I would call a UFO maneuver. Let's watch that again. And, if you slow it down enough, you can actually see it does move in a direction. I think it moved to the right. Let's see. Link will be in the description. Let's see. This is MUFON case number 63598. UFO over Olive Branch, Mississippi. Well, that's about it with this video. Nothing else, really exciting. But link will be in the description. Let me go to this video here. Yeah, now this one actually tells a story, about what happened to this probe. So I think I have it queued up at the right spot.
The second probe, however, successfully arrived at Phobos on the 29th of January 1989 and immediately began to capture images of the mysterious moon below. For 2 months, it dutifully transmitted a steady stream of data to its coordinators back on Earth, ahead of a planned final descent to the surface in order to deposit 2 landers. But inexplicably, on the afternoon of the 28th of March, a large mass was detected, seeming to be closing in on the probe. With insufficient time available to program the device's thrusters in order to avoid a collision, the decision was instead made to hurriedly try and capture a photograph of the approaching object. Shortly after this, all contact with the probe was lost. Technicians spent several days trying to re-establish control of the satellite before concluding it must have been destroyed, as it was neither receiving nor returning any of their signals. The most disturbing development of the affair, though, would come with the receipt of the final photo to be taken by the Phobos 2 probe, immediately prior to its inexplicable destruction. The black and white image it had transmitted depicted a huge elliptical shadow being projected down onto the moon's surface, below where the satellite had been in orbit. When asked if this picture could potentially be the result of a software glitch or some form of instrumentation failure, the mission technicians replied that this was impossible. The image had been taken using 2 separate cameras, one of which had possessed an infrared filter. The timings of the image also matched up with the last sensor data, which had been received immediately prior to the collision. Even more troubling were the calculations made by scientists regarding the possible size of the oval object which was responsible for this shadow. Using the established points of reference for the probe's camera, they informed the authorities that this unknown mass must have measured at least a terrifying 20 kilometers in diameter. As those responsible for the creation of the mission struggled to come to terms with this information, there was further unexpected news. Enhancement of one of the existing images sent by the probe had seemingly revealed a structure rising up out of the rocky surface, in the vicinity of the enormous Stickney crater. Calculations revealed that this massive structure must have been somewhere in the region of 90 meters tall and 85 meters.
I think this is the probe that Buzz Aldrin mentions in a interview that he does. He questions who put this probe there. But, I just did a quick calculation. 20 kilometers is 12.42 miles. So, yeah, this shadow, again, according to their calculations, whatever approached was 12.42 miles long. But anyways, a link to this will be in the description. Let's see. Yeah, this is, like I said before, this is a video of what seems to be a military instructor informing his students about, these soldiers about these different alien races that they know about. Let me just start it right about here. Check this out.
Well, I don't know. They look the same.
How do you tell male from a female?
You're born.
They got fun bags?
No, not from that.
Who do they fuck?
Actually, EDE1 is a female. The one, was a female. She
Draw
actually.
the other one. This is the gray.
Who?
Draw all 3 of them.
Because
Because I don't know which one.
Who's
The reptile ones can add fuck.
And then there's another one. It's actually a clone. These things get on a clone. Looks something similar, but it has
And these
a
are
large.
bad dudes?
They cloned? They have large pointy noses, but they pretty much.
You said they live among us.
There was another incident called the Hangar number 4. Good word. Hangar number 4. And these right here are the tall whites, and they're actually a clone created by the small grays.
Are they
Jewish servants?
What's the angry ones look like? The reptile ones that you were talking about. Fucking bad. The ones that we're gonna be fighting.
Yeah, they have small.
Yeah, we actually saw those in Battle LA.
Yeah, you see, when he says that, the reptilian aliens, the ones we're going to be fighting, that's why I don't know, if this is true. That just doesn't. It seems like the whole, fear that's trying to be created with this alien invasion thing. So anyways, the link to this will be in the description. Let's see. Yeah, this photo, like I said, I have no idea. If someone knows where this photo came from, someone knows the movie that it's from, or the digital artist that may have created it, I'm open to checking out those links. But when I look at this photograph, it definitely looks real to me. But again, like I've taken photographs of statues and thought that I could see its soul. So yeah, I don't think I'm the best to make that determination whether this is real or not. But like I say, it looks real to me. Anyways, link will be in the description. Let's see. Yeah, this is from 2018. I believe this was the original public leak about the Tic Tac encounter that took place in 2007. You can see here with some of you, I was other there back in 2007, working mainly for my part on the California drone saga. This Tic Tac Nimitz story vaguely reminded me of something that I read at that time on OMF at the end of 2007. I don't know what OMF is. If I recall correctly, unfortunately, as OMF went down years ago, and as it seems that most of the pages are gone, even on the Wayback Machine, I couldn't either confirm or not my impressions of deja vu or whatever. But anyways, check out, let's see, I think this is, I think this is, Okay, yeah, here we go. The attached short story is a fictional characterization of true events that took place in December 2006 during training exercises located off the coast of San Diego. The Nimitz Strike Group, consisting of 6 U.S. Navy warships and dozens of aircraft, intercepted and were engaged by UFOs. I was there. I was the first to notice the strange craft on our spy ID radar system. I was the first to confirm the object existed using our CEC systems, not an anomaly. I was also the one recommending we intercept the objects to the Air Defense Commander. We did intercept the UFOs. The UFOs reacted by engaging our strike fighter aircraft. My short story details some of those true events in a fictional way in order to protect those who would prefer remain anonymous or are still serving in uniform. It is also an attempt to me to explain what to this day remains unexplained, and stranger still, how one of the most witnessed and highly documented UFO encounters in history still remains largely unknown. Quite likely, this is the first you've ever heard of it too. The admin can contact me via my hidden email address if desired. But anyways, yeah, all of these links, look, I had to go, right click and open up, open image, a new tab in order to read, these. Otherwise, when I click on it, it just turns to this here. But anyways, yeah, the link to this will be in the description. Let's see. Yeah, now this is the last one about another one of these megalithic sites that most people don't know about. Let me start this about here.
Domains. No records exist regarding when it was built, where the enormous rocks came from, how they were transported there, and for what reason Nanmadol was constructed on top of a reef. Evidence of the early human activity on the islands dates back to the 1st or 2nd century BC, but it is not known exactly when the construction of the islet started. Theories range from the 5th to the 11th century AD, when it was built as a ritual and ceremonial center for the ruling chiefs of the Sedalor dynasty.
What I find interesting is, like these sites, there's no evidence that they progressed to a state to be able to build these, right? Like, I'm sure people know. I mean, we don't just wake up, understanding advanced math. I mean, of course, there are some prodigies out there, no doubt, but generally, most people, have to learn addition and subtraction. They move on to division, multiplication, and then algebra, geometry, calculus, et cetera, until they get to advanced math. And before getting to that, to that point where you can understand advanced math, you have to practice, you have to learn, right? And even people who are artists, right? Great artists, they don't just, or most people, again, there are definitely prodigies out there, but for the most part, most people have to learn skills, they have to progress to a certain state. But if you look back at all of our ancient megalithic sites, there is no evidence in the archaeological record of those civilizations progressing to the state that they were. All of the great megalithic sites that are built with amazing precision and detail don't show any evidence of people practicing. It's just like, somehow or another, these people in the ancient past were able to do these things. And, if we look at the hunter-gatherers that are still around today, or we look at the uncontacted tribes that we know exist, we don't see them working with giant blocks of stone, so I believe that whoever these cultures are, they must have brought the skills and the knowledge necessary to build all of the great sites all over the planet from another planet. That for whatever reason they must have landed here, and then I think the first structures that they built were those dolmens, the very basic stones that they just put up, and then I guess the longer they stayed here, they began planning and actually constructing and managing the building of all of the great megalithic sites all over the planet. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.